Hello, my name is Jesse Ohini Adrin, and for my project, I'll be describing the biomechanics behind shooting a free throw in basketball. In Kin 376, we learned about two different types of motion, linear and curvilinear motion. Curvilinear motion is the motion of an object moving in a curved path, and linear motion is when the object is moving in a straight line. When completing a free throw shot, the ball travels in a parabolic motion, which classifies as a projectile. It's important to remember that there are a number of factors that affect the motion of a free throw, including the speed, angle, and height of the release. Another important factor that affects the trajectory of a free throw is the rotational force, which occurs at each bent flexor within the body. For example, as you can see in the video, my knees are bent when I bring the ball upward to prepare for the release. Because of this, the bones rotate around the knee flexor, creating a rotational motion. Also, if you look at the motion of the ball after it's being released from my fingers, there's an undergo backspin, and the ball begins to rotate around the axis, causing more rotational motion. Next, when performing a free throw, force of summation must also be considered, because the shot can only be effective when the whole body is being used. A summation of forces is simply when all the body parts act together simultaneously in practice, with the strongest and lower body parts around the center of gravity moving first, and then is followed by weaker and lighter body parts and extremities. In the video, you see my legs are planted and pushed into the ground, which generates force and begins to move upward throughout the body, going through my shoulders, forearms, and fingertips until the ball is released. The release time is also critical when it comes to biomechanics of shooting a free throw, because if released too early or too late, then the arc and curvilinear motion of the ball will not be high enough and therefore will not be an effective shot. In biomechanics, we also cover distribution of mass, which is the principle of having your body mass evenly distributed in space, and in basketball, lowering one's center of gravity and widening their base of support would increase their stability. In the clip, you see I have a Y base of support and my line of gravity is in the center. As I go to release this shot, my base of support remains the same and the center of gravity shifts upward. This course has allowed me to use biomechanics to improve my free throw shot and form. Here is a clip of me shooting a free throw before I learned about curvilinear, rotational motion, base of support, and center of mass. Curvilinear allows the ball's path to move in an upward motion, and the higher the arc, the better the chance of the ball will go in the hoop. The concept of rotational motion helped me to improve my ball's rotation after release from my fingertips, allowing the ball to spin on its axis. Base of support might be another one of the most important factors because it allows you to be balanced when shooting the ball, and having a good center of mass allows your weight to be evenly distributed, which overall increases your shooting percentage. When shooting a free throw, your feet should be shoulder width apart, knees bent, slightly bend your hips while bringing your head down as well. As you can see in this video, I have all the qualities of a bad movement, as my base of support is not well balanced and my release lacked curvilinear motion. However, you can see the difference in the second video. My base of support is well balanced. The curvilinear and the arc of the ball is high, and the ball has a good rotation after being released from my fingertips. And this concludes my applied biomechanics projects for Kin 376. Thank you for tuning in and seeing my journey of using these principles to improve the accuracy of my free throw shot.